to everyone. I am Dr. VNS Venkateswara, working as a Associate Professor from Department of Freshman Engineering in the subject of Chemistry in Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad, Telangana. Today I would like to give the topic hardness of the water. Hardness is the one of the important properties of the water to explain the quality present in the drinking water. First we see the definition of the water. Definition: it is defined as a characteristic of water that prevents lathering of the salts. That means it causes mainly hardness of water is due to the presence of certain soluble salts of calcium and magnesium present in the water. That means those salts present in the calcium carbonates, calcium bicarbonates and magnesium chloride and magnesium sulfates. A sample of water when treated with the soap, nothing but sodium salts of oleic acid, formic acid and stearic acid does not form lather or forms a white precipitate instead. This is because of the formation of the insoluble salts of calcium and magnesium. That means the following equations 2C17H35CO1A reacts with the calcium chloride. That means sodium stearate reacts with the calcium chloride. It gives the calcium stearate, nothing but white precipitate, and the byproduct nothing but a sodium chloride. And second one is the sodium stearate reacts with the magnesium sulfate. It also gives the magnesium stearate with the byproduct of sodium sulfate. In these two equations, we observe the calcium stearate and magnesium stearates at the white precipitate because of the salts present in the water. So that is nothing but a hardness of the water. Because of this hardness, water cannot be used as a sufficiently any type of the process, whether it may be domestic and industrial processes. These hardness are mainly classified into two types. One is the temporary hardness and permanent hardness. This temporary hardness is also called as a carbonate hardness or alkaline hardness. It is due to the presence of bicarbonate, carbonate and hydroxide and can be determined by the titration with the hydrochloric acid using methyl orange as a indicator. So it is nothing but a neutralization reaction by the temporary hardness determined by the HCl used as a methyl orange as a indicator. It can be removed by the boiling of the water, generally used in the domestic purpose. Mainly in domestic purpose, while collecting the municipal water or any type of the water, before using that it must be boiled. Then only we can remove the types of the hardness. One of the best type nothing but a temporary hardness, because of temporary hardness is caused by the carbonate salts. That means if calcium bicarbonate is present in the sample of water, it can be dissociates into calcium carbonate, water and carbon dioxide. This calcium carbonate acts as a precipitate and it will present as a suspended impurity on the bottom of the calcium carbonate is a precipitate present on the surface of the water. So it can be filtered. Further, it gives the purified water. If magnesium bicarbonate is present, while it is heating, it gives the magnesium hydroxide as a precipitate and become in water, and finally it releases the 2 moles of the carbon dioxide. So it is also filtered to get a purified water. That means temporary hardness is temporary hardness is sufficiently removed by the boiling process. And second one is the permanent hardness. Permanent hardness is also called as non-carbonate hardness or non-alkaline hardness because of the absence of the carbonate. It is due to the presence of dissolved salts, nothing but chlorides, sulfates and nitrates of the calcium, magnesium and other heavy metals. But like temporary hardness, permanent hardness cannot be removed by the boiling process. So it cannot be removed by the simple boiling, but can be removed by the lime soda process, ion exchange process or zeolite process. So all are comes under category of the chemical treatment methods. So these are about the types of the hardness, and it is measured in the parts per million. So degree of hardness. Hardness is always calculated in terms of the equivalent weights of the calcium carbonate. That means molecular weight of the calcium carbonate is equal to 100 and equivalent weight is the 50. That means it reaches the a fixed value molecular weight equal to the 100 100 and equivalent weight is 50. And calcium carbonate is the most insoluble salt that can be precipitated in water treatment. So calcium carbonate is always chosen as a to determine the hardness, that is nothing but a degree of hardness. The formula for calculation of a equivalence of a calcium carbonate is equivalence of calcium carbonate equal to mass of the hardness producing the substance into 50 by chemical equivalent of hardness of the producing substance. Depends upon this formula, we can calculate the amount of the hardness present in the water. And next one is the units of hardness under their interrelationship. The first unit is the parts per million, ppm. It is defined as the number of parts by weight of the equivalent hardness present in the million 10 power 6 parts by weight of the water. Milligrams per liter, second unit, that means milligram per liter. It is represented by mg per L. It is defined as the number of milligrams of the calcium carbonate equivalent hardness present per liter of water. 1 milligram per liter equal to the 1 milligram of calcium carbonate equivalent hardness in 1 liter of the water. Since weight of 1 liter of water is equal to the 1 kg, that means 1000 grams. 1000 multiplied 1000 to give the 10 power 6 milligrams. 1 milligram per liter is equal to 1 milligram of calcium carbonate per 10 power 6 milligrams of the water. That means 1 part of the calcium carbonate per 10 power 6 parts of the water. That is equal to the 1 ppm. That means 1 ppm equal to the 1 milligram per liter. And third unit is the Degree-Clark, which is represented by chlorine per degree. It is defined as the number of grains of calcium carbonate equivalent hardness per gallon of the water. That means 1 degree is equal to 1 grain of the calcium carbonate equivalent hardness per gallon of the water, and 1 gallon is equal to 10 gallons. 1 grain by gallon is equal to 1 by 7000 gallons. That means it is present in 1:70,000 parts. And third one is the 1 degree chlorine can also be defined as the number of the parts of calcium carbonate equivalent hardness per 70,000 parts of the water. And final one is the degree French. It is defined as the number of parts of calcium carbonate equivalent hardness per 10 power 5 parts of the water. 1 French degree equal to the 1 part of calcium carbonate equivalent hardness in 10 power 5 parts of the water. That means the formula is 1 ppm is equal to 1 milligram per liter and 0.07 degree of chlorine equal to 0.1 degree of French degree. It is the relationship between the units of the water. That means always 1 ppm is equal to 1 milligram per liter equal to 0.07 chlorine degree and is also equal to the 0.1 French degree. Disadvantages of the hard water. Mainly, first in the case of the industries, if hard water is used in the salts present in the water, causes the problems in sugar industry, paper industry, textile industry, dyeing and pharmaceutical industries. And second one is the steam generation in boilers. The use of hard water in boiler waters causes the problems like scale and sludge formation, boiler corrosion and caustic embezzlement, priming and foaming. All of this comes under category of the boilers. Because of the hard water, boilers needs the more heat to heat the water. And third one is the in domestic use. If the hard water is used in drinking water, what happens? That means hard water can have a bad effect on our appetite and digestive system. Sometimes it produces calcium oxalate that causes the different urinary problem. That means it produces salt it produces the stones in our kidneys. Because of the salts present in the water connotes as a calcium oxalate and magnesium oxalate that can be transformed into a insoluble salts, making as a stones present in our gallbladder and kidneys. And next one is the cooking purpose. The boiling point of hot water increases because of the presence of various salts. This causes wastage of time and fuel. That means because of the salts of like calcium, magnesium scales present in the inner walls of the cooking utensils, they cause the more amount of heat for completion of the cooking, like boiling purpose. And third one is the bathing and washing purpose. As hot water does not form leather with soap, lot of soap is wasted for the purpose of bathing and washing purpose. That means they can produce the leather with soap and gives the precipitate, but they cannot give the leather. And that's why we apply the more amount of soap for the completion of the bathing and washing purposes. And next one is the determination of the hardness of water by complexometric method. It is one type of the volumetric titration to determine the hardness present in the water. It includes both total hardness and permanent hardness. It gives the hardness present in the units, nothing but parts per million. So in this titration, mainly we use the ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid as one of the reactant. It forms the complexes with the salts present in the water, calcium and magnesium. So it is called as a complexometric method. Ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid forms a stable soluble complex with calcium and magnesium ions in the pH range between 8 to 10. That means in the pH range 8 to 10 they form a stable complexes. That's why we choose the pH range between 8 to 10. EDTA is a chelating ligand and it acts as a hexadentate ligand coordinating through nitrogen atoms. And 2 nitrogen atoms of amine group and 4 oxygen atoms of carboxylic acid with calcium and magnesium ions at pH of 8 to 10. That means then generally ligand means which is ready to donate the pair of the electrons. Calcium and magnesium ions observed, calcium having plus 2 charge and magnesium also having plus 2 charge belongs to second group of the periodic table, alkali earth metals. That means they are electron deficiency elements. They are ready to take up the pair of the electrons from EDTA. That means the bond formed between the calcium and magnesium with EDTA nothing but coordination covalent bond. The product is called complexes. So it is called complexometric methods. The structure of metal EDTA complex is octahedral. Even though EDTA contains 8 oxygen atoms and 2 nitrogen atoms, it cannot use its 4 oxygen atoms of CO group of the coordination due to steric effect. To maintain pH 8 to 10, ammonical buffer is used. That means it is the combination of a ammonium chloride and ammonium hydroxide, and it can be prepared by the 17.4 grams of the ammonium chloride dissolved in a 142 ml of the ammonium hydroxide make up to a 250 ml. So it is a preparation of the pH 8 to 10 buffer. The indicator added is mainly erythrum black tea (EBT). It is known as a metal ion indicator, and the color change of erythrum black tea is wine red to blue. The indicator EBT can act as a tridentate ligand coordinating through the nitrogen atom and 2 oxygen atoms of a groups. The indicator also forms a complexes with metal ions at a pH of 8 to 10. Indicator metal complex is less stable when compared to a EDTA complex. That means while seeing the equation, initially metal ion reacts with the EBT indicator, it forms a wine red color. Metal means the salts present in the water like calcium or magnesium. So metal EBT complex further reacts with the EDTA and it gives the metal EDTA complex with the releasing of the indicator. That means metal EDTA complex is more stable than the metal EBT complex, and finally it shows the blue color. The color changes from the wine red to blue color. Wine red color means metal forms the complexes with EBT. Blue color means metal with EDTA and it gives the byproduct of EBT. Finally, the indicator color EBT shows the blue color. So this is the best method to determine the hardness of water. We can determine temporary, permanent and total hardness of the water by using this complexometric method with EDTA. So this is the structure of the ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. That means it gives the 2 nitrogen atoms and 4 oxygen atoms and ends with 4 OH groups. Because of the the lone pairs present on the nitron atoms and hydrogen atoms, this can be acts as a hexadentate ligand. So it is ready to give the pair of electrons out of totally 6 pairs of the electrons. So it is called as hexadentate ligand, mostly used in the complexometric titrations. Ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid, short form is the EDTA. And metal EDTA complex. Metal EDTA complex means metal means it may be either calcium or magnesium. Calcium or magnesium. If metal forms the coordination covalent bond with EDTA. This is nothing but a metal EDTA complex. And final one is the erythrum black tea, EBT indicator. It shows the color change between wine red to blue. And it shows the particular color change on the pH range, pH 8 to 10. So based on the pH range 8 to 10, the following indicator nothing but erythrum black tea or solochrome black tea, and the name is SBT. SBT means solochrome black tea. Shows the color change between the wine red to blue, because the pH range 8 to 10, it shows the stable complex with metal EDTA, and it shows the color change nothing but wine red to blue. So for the purpose of to maintain 8 to 10, we use the basic buffer solution. Generally, basic buffer can be prepared by the combination of the weak base and salt of strong acid. So the combination is ammonium hydroxide and ammonium chloride. So for this purpose, we use the 17.4 grams of the ammonium chloride dissolved in a 142 ml of the ammonium hydroxide to make a pH 8 to 10 buffer. This is especially used for to determine the salts of calcium magnesium present in the water sample by using EDTA in the complexometric reaction. That means complexometric reaction involves the titration between the salts like calcium and magnesium present in the water with EDTA to give a complex compound, metal EDTA complexes. So it is nothing but a complexometric reaction, and it is the best method for the determination of the hardness of water samples present in any type of the samples collected from the different areas. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.